can just give us a little background, who you are, how did you get into acting? Where did it start for you? And yeah, just how did you get into the field?
So I was originally a singer, mostly choir, and so I'm classically trained in opera as well. And so singing was my thing. And then I moved into doing musicals because I got to be on stage and sing and, do the dance numbers and all of that. So I did musicals for a long time. And I didn't do drama, so it was just straight acting until I believe it was 2017 when the director of the theater department at Missouri Baptist University, where I was working and attending school at the time, she had decided to do a production of A Raisin in the Sun, which was for the university. It was a historical moment for the school to do a play centered around the African American experience and that kind of a work. And she really wanted me to audition, and I was like, you know me, I'm a singer, I don't know how to act. And she said, just humor me, just audition. So I auditioned, and it was fun. I wasn't too emotionally invested in it, so I wasn't nervous. It was just kind of, oh, we're here doing this right now type thing. So I was cast as Ruth Younger, the wife. And that experience was absolutely amazing. Just involving yourself in the experience and the life of someone else, and not even just someone else, but someone who could have been, this could have been the story of my grandparents or my great grandparents, and putting yourself in that mindset of this is what, my people went through, this experience, and being able to step into that world and portray it realistically in front of an audience, it was like fireworks. And I was like, I want to do this. And I actually ended up being nominated for an award for that performance, which I wasn't expecting. And I was like, oh, straight out the gate. And, I'm kind of killing it. And so that really lit the fire in me. And in 2018, at the very end of the year, like at the end of December, I went to the open call for my talent agency because I just decided, I deserve to take a chance on myself. So I went to open call and I did my little audition. And the next day they called saying they wanted to sign me. And since I stepped into this world of acting, modeling, and all of that, things literally took off right from the jump. And opportunity after opportunity just flowed in, and I was like, what took me so long to make this decision? So it was kind of like I found myself where I needed to be, and everything just took care of itself, and I couldn't be happier.
So do you still do any singing at all, just out of curiosity, or was it like, what type of singing did you do? Was it strictly with theater, or was it like you wanted to be like a music artist type of singing?
So I did want to be a music artist. So like I said, I did choral music, so choir in the church choir. I did choral music in school, junior high and high school and college. And so I always thought that, well, singing is, what I'm great at. I didn't think I was good at anything else. So I was surprised to find another talent and passion. But I did want to be a recording artist. So I also sang in a band, and just nothing ever really came from it. And I had done that for my whole life, basically. And I just like tripped and fell into acting and skyrocketed.
So ultimately, with acting, like, what are your goals? Do you want to do TV shows or like movies, or do you have any specific goals that you want to reach?
Yes, my acting goals, I definitely want to do television and also film. So I'm kind of doing camera work, so doing the short films and doing commercials. I consider it my training ground. Being more comfortable with the camera, learning how to work, with the camera and different different, I guess, acting styles for each different scenario. So but that's definitely my end goal, is I want to do series and feature films someday.
Well, I hope that happens for you.
Thank you.
As an African American woman, being in this field, what challenges have you faced, or have you faced any challenges, as a Black woman?
So I mean, there's always going to be challenges, whether it's, hair, or whether it's a certain casting aesthetic that's looked for over another whenever race or ethnicity is concerned. So you will notice that, oh, well, they're looking for X, Y, and Z, and I don't fit that. But overall, I don't feel like, in my personal experience, it hasn't been a deterrent in any way for me. And honestly, sorry, I'm trying to gather my thoughts in my head.
Fine. Silence is good.
I think in my personal experience, it's been a lot of me accepting myself as a Black woman, as a dark-skinned Black woman, because I tend to psych myself out a lot, and I think, oh, well, people don't want to see me, or, women who look like me, when it's like, I reached a point where I got comfortable with myself, and I'm like, I don't care if you want to see me, I'm here. And at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. It's, people can discriminate against you or think whatever they want to think about you, but if you are convinced of your bossness, there's really nothing that anybody can tell you. So it may be there, but I'm not looking for it, and if I see it, I'm going to tear it down. But and all in all, in my experiences have been extremely positive, and I am super grateful. So I can't complain.
Well, I'm glad that you definitely make the decision, and got past that, because I think it is important that you are seen, and we have more of that in the field, and to be seen for people or young women that want to maybe even do it of color. So I commend you on that.
Thank you.
You've already kind of given some advice based on the questions itself, but is there any advice that you will give to anybody, just anybody in general interested in going into the field, or advice that you wish somebody would have told you, or you think it would be helpful to give to somebody?
So there are a couple of gems. Again, be confident in yourself, because you never know what somebody's looking for. A lot of times they don't even know what they're looking for until they see it. So all you have to do, you just show up as you, and just know that if you get rejected, they're not rejecting you as a person. You're just not what they are looking for that particular thing. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Dozens of people might go to an interview for a job. Only one person's going to get it. It doesn't mean that the rest weren't qualified. It was just that this person was the standout, candidate, and fit what they were looking for that thing. And maybe they didn't know it until they met this person. So never doubt your worth. Never doubt your ability, your talent. Be comfortable in your own skin and go for what you want. Just go for it. There's only one you. Only you can bring to the table what you specifically bring to the table, and somebody out there is going to want to sit next to you at that table. You just have to, it's kind of a right place at the right time thing, but don't ever feel like you have to change or be something that you're not, or present something that you're not. Another thing, go into every job that you do with the mindset of, they're here to like me. So don't, like a job interview, people get nervous because they think, oh, well, I have to, present my best self because I want them to like me. Well, a job interview is a job interview. They're looking for services from you. And you have to decide, well, do I want to work for you? Like, you want me, and my efforts. Well, do I want to give you my efforts? So you hold just as much power in an audition as whoever's auditioning you. So you're coming in, hey, I've got something that I think you might want. I'm here to show it to you, and not just, please give me this job. Please, please cast me. I want to make you cast me, You should also tremble in my presence. So, and not like in an arrogant way, but just being self-assured and knowing that regardless whether somebody tells you yes or no, you are worthy. And some situations just are for some people and they aren't for others. And you just have to find where you fit in.
That's really good advice. Thank you. Okay, so in St. Louis or in the state of Missouri, what resources are there available to somebody that will want to maybe get into this field? Or like what are the job opportunities that you've seen?
So mostly you'll have the theater. Theater is always, I would say, the best place to start. You lay a lot of groundwork in theater and short films. St. Louis has a wonderful film community. We're like a little family. And yeah, so those are the things that you can do outside of work that you would get through an agency, so like commercial or print work. You don't need to be affiliated with any organization to do stage or short films. But if you do sign with an agency and you go that route, then the commercial world opens up to you. The television series world opens up to you. So it's just kind of what is your focus? What do you want out of your experience? And that should dictate the direction that you go in.
Cool. Out of the work that you've gotten, what was your favorite project or commercial that you would say, if you have one?
Definitely the Mo. The Mo campaign was a phenomenal experience. A lot went into it. So many people's hard work and talent, and that project was all love. It was very tiresome because I think I had so I had a 10-hour fitting, and then there were like 3 10-hour shoot dates for the actual campaign. But it was, like they say, if you're doing what you love, it doesn't feel like work. That's exactly what it was. And just the camaraderie, everything, it was an amazing experience. I don't know how else to put it.
Average, or I don't want to say average, but just within this field, I guess, what are because I know you were talking a little bit about traveling recently, like what are your days like, or hours like? What's the experience like as an actor or actress, I'm sorry?
So as an actress doing what I do, so doing the commercial work, I've kind of stepped away from theater. Well, COVID helped with that as well. But so I'm more focused on camera work. And it really is just, there's an ebb and flow, whether it's COVID or not. It's still things will, 1 minute you're booking stuff left and right. The next minute, it's been 2 months, without an audition or without a job. And you hear so many no's. That's one thing, if I could kind of sidebar for a second. Being in this industry, they always say, you have to have thick skin. You really do, because you will hear no, or you don't actually hear no, you just don't hear anything if it's no. But you'll get way more no's than you do yeses. So that's something to be cognizant of and be prepared for. So when those yeses come through, you celebrate like nobody's business. But yeah, it's just really here and there. You'll book something here, you'll book something there. Sometimes things crashing together all at once. Like just recently, I had multiple projects in 1 week here and in Chicago. And then this week I've been at home all week. So you never know which way the wind's gonna blow in that respect.
Cool. With the campaign, what's your MO? how did that come about, and then have you been recognized while out, I guess, since it's been out?
So the opportunity came about, I'm pretty sure they did a statewide search. They were looking for actors who had deep ties to Missouri, so either be from Missouri or spend a significant amount of time in Missouri, something like that. They auditioned over 200 actors, male, female, all races, wide age range, all shape sizes, all of that. And they were looking for someone who exuded the combination of qualities that they wanted Mo to have. And so it was kind of one of those, we kind of know what we're looking for, but we'll see it when we, we'll recognize it when we see it. And I just happened to fit that description. I exuded whatever it is that they were looking for, the down to earth and relatable persona. And as far as being recognized, since we're still in masks, then it's not an issue. I put on my mask and I have my hood and I'm just like, yeah, and so it hasn't happened yet. I think once, the world opens back up, that might be more of a thing. But right now I'm still low key.
So you had the opportunity, I think you were on Instagram and you got to meet Idris Elba. So how was that process, or just being able to do that?
Oh, Instagram Live with Idris Elba. that was an experience. First of all, I was super shocked that he selected me, just randomly from the people that sent in a request. And so when I saw on my phone that it was like, oh, you're being let in, I was like, oh, snap. But I gathered my nerves because there were thousands of people tuned in. And I was like, my goal was don't look stupid, don't make a fool of yourself in front of thousands of people, including some industry people that were there and other, celebrities that were also watching. I was just like, just don't completely just blow it. And because I didn't, I was happy with that, and the fact that, he had compliments for me, and some of the other industry people that were tuned in had compliments. And I was just like, I did it. And I didn't fall on my face, and I took it as a win. And it was a really amazing experience. It was fun, and it was very surreal.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So, just everything, like you said, the opportunities just kind of come in. And I've seen your growth and stuff, as we posted. I don't know, and I'm pretty sure it's stuff that's not out there that people have not, don't know about. But what I have seen your growth, so I'll continue definitely doing what you're doing. And I look forward to seeing, hopefully one day on the big screen. I went to high school with her. So yeah, but I think it's really cool. Acting is something that I've always admired from people. I'm not the best actor, but I like the other side of it. So, being behind the camera. So I think it's pretty cool. So, but I thank you for your time and sitting down with me, and it was a pleasure.
Thank you. I'm flattered to be considered important enough to want to talk to you. So, pleasure's mine.